Hello Minecrafters, Arctic Shark Games here, coming at you with another Minecraft Bedrock Edition command tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on an experience storage bank. So this system right here is going to go ahead and take your experience and store it as a scoreboard for later use. In case you die, your experience will still be stored. So what we have going on right here is I have a couple of pressure plates, and as you can see that my little score there on the bottom is going up or down based on if I'm standing on the pressure plates. So if you guys were to orientate your commands in the world similar to mine, where the commands are facing down below the pressure plates just like this, these commands should work out for you just fine. So for today's video, we're going to need to do a specific scoreboard objective for our experience, as well as we're going to need a ticking area if we're going to have an XPB type of NPC person here. Basically what I'm doing is using raw text to show the scoreboard, so that command is going to need to be located in a ticking area. These other commands here are just fine as long as they're located near the actual player. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first command you're going to need to run is going to need to be ran either in an impulse command block just like this, or you can run it in the chat bar, and this is going to add our scoreboard objective. So we're going to go / scoreboard objectives add experience dummy. I'm calling my experience scoreboard the actual word experience, so that's the name of the scoreboard there. You could call it whatever you'd like to. And then you're going to need to have a ticking area. So where you're going to store this command, if you're going to store this away from the actual NPC, or you're going to have a bunch of these NPCs, this is going to need to be located in a ticking area. So here's a command to go ahead and add a ticking area where you're located. Like that's going to be where you're standing when you run that command, if you run that in the chat. And then let's get right into the actual commands here. So this stack here is going to actually take experience away from the player and give them a point on the experience scoreboard. So you can see that I don't have any more points left here, so it didn't give me one. But basically what we have going on here is a repeat unconditional needs redstone command, and we have a pressure plate above that to activate it. And then I did a 30 tick delay. You can speed that up or you can slow that down depending on how you like it by adding a larger or smaller tick delay. And the command is pretty simple here. It's / XP minus 1L, so that's subtracting one level from a player with a level minimum of 2, and then their position is X equals tilde, Y equals tilde with positive 2, Z equals tilde, R equals 3. So what that means is we're just selecting a player who is standing above this actual command block, 2 blocks on top of that pressure plate. And then this one here is a chain conditional, always active. This is / scoreboard players add at P, and then it's X equals tilde, Y equals tilde 2, Z equals tilde, R equals 1, experience 1. So that's going to go ahead and add 1 point to the player after one experience level has been removed from the player. And then when you want to go ahead and give the points back to the player, you can do the same thing with a pressure plate there, and we have our first command on repeat unconditional needs redstone. And I also did a 30 tick delay, same thing. You can speed or slow that down if you'd like to. This one is / scoreboard players test at P, X equals tilde, Y equals tilde 1, Z equals tilde, R equals 1, experience 1. And that right there is just going to go ahead and select that player again on top of that pressure plate, and it's going to go ahead and remove 1 point from the scoreboard. And then it's going to go chain conditional, always active, into another command here, / scoreboard players remove at P, X equals tilde, Y equals tilde 2, Z equals tilde, R equals 1, experience 1. So that one there was actually testing for the experience rather, and then this one removed it on the scoreboard. And then this one is actually going to give the level of experience to the player, so that's XP 1L at P, X equals tilde, Y equals tilde 3 this time, Z equals tilde, R equals 1, and that was also a chain conditional, always active command. So you want to make sure that you have those located underneath the pressure plates facing downward as I do, and you want to make sure that you have all your chain commands actually on chain conditional rather than chain unconditional. And then you want to make sure that you do that level minimum, otherwise when you go ahead and add points to the player, it will just run forever over here on this 2 stack, and they'll be able to rack up as many points as they would like to. One known thing that's kind of an issue in this is that all XP levels are equal as far as this command's eyeballs. So when this command's running, level 1 is equal to level 30, which I'm sure as some of you guys know, as far as earning XP, it's not 100% equal, but this is as close as I could get with it, so it's pretty helpful. As far as showing the score, this is completely optional, but I have a raw text command over here behind XPB, and that's executing a raw text command to show this scoreboard on the action bar for us. You could do anything from our past videos as well if you wanted to see this scoreboard over on the sidebar or over in the main menu. Those are all great options as well. But real quick, I will show you guys the command here. This is repeat unconditional always active with no delay, and then this is / execute at entity type equals NPC name equals XP bot in this case. You would have named him with a spawn egg, don't forget, / title raw at anyone, and then I did a radius of 5, and we're using the action bar. And then this here, we'll go over in more detail at some other point, but you can see I got all my raw text brackets here. We're using a selector to select the player, then we're doing stored experience as our fancy text. We got a score, and then we're using the radius of 5 to select the player and use the experience objective. I ran through that just super fast right there, but I will actually go ahead and post a link up in the top here after I make another video. It's going to be one of my next videos coming up. It's going to be on the raw text command and how you can use that with NPCs or other types of entities to go ahead and display scoreboards on the action bar. So if you guys like this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe over here at Arctic Shark Games on YouTube and Arctic Shark Games on Twitch.